Welcome to War Bios, the premier podcast for in-depth explorations of history's most pivotal conflicts. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're embarking on a journey through the annals of ancient warfare to examine one of the most fascinating battles of the Roman Republic, the Battle of Beneventum. This clash of arms, fought on the sun-baked plains of southern Italy, would prove a crucial turning point in the struggle for dominance between Rome and its arch-nemesis, Carthage. As we delve into the origins of this epic confrontation, let us first set the stage. The year is 214 BCE, and the Second Punic War has been raging across the Mediterranean for nearly a decade. Hannibal, the brilliant Carthaginian general, has already secured a series of stunning victories on Italian soil, leaving Rome reeling from the shock of Cannae. The memory of that catastrophic defeat still lingers, with over 50,000 Roman soldiers fallen on the battlefield. Yet, despite these setbacks, the Romans remain resolute in their determination to expel the invaders and assert their authority over the peninsula. Our story begins in the region of Campania, where the city of Beneventum lies nestled in the valley of the Calore River. This strategic location, situated at the crossroads of several important trade routes, has made Beneventum a prized possession for the warring factions. The city's proximity to the Apennine Mountains and the fertile plains of Campania has also rendered it an ideal base of operations for Hannibal's forces. In the years leading up to the Battle of Beneventum, Hannibal has been busy consolidating his gains in southern Italy. He has secured the loyalty of several key cities, including Capua and Tarentum, which have defected from Rome and pledged their allegiance to Carthage. The city of Capua, in particular, has proven to be a crucial ally for Hannibal, providing him with a significant source of manpower, supplies, and strategic guidance. Meanwhile, the Romans have been struggling to regain their footing, with their armies battered and bruised from a series of costly defeats. The Roman general, Quintus Fabius Maximus, has adopted a cautious approach, avoiding direct confrontations with Hannibal's forces and instead focusing on disrupting their supply lines and weakening their allies. The Romans are determined to drive Hannibal's forces out of Italy and restore their dominance over the peninsula. Meanwhile, Hannibal remains focused on his ultimate goal, the conquest of Rome. The city of Beneventum, with its rich history and strategic importance, has become a pivotal location in this conflict. Its control will grant the victorious party access to the riches of southern Italy, allowing them to fuel their campaign against their enemies. The battle that is about to unfold will be a testament to the cunning, bravery, and determination of the warriors involved. With the historical context established, we've laid the groundwork for our exploration of the Battle of Beneventum. The Roman general, Tiberius Sempronius Gracchus, had been tasked with defeating Hannibal's brother, Hanno, who was leading a Carthaginian army in the region. Gracchus, aware of the strategic importance of Beneventum, marched his troops towards the city, intent on securing it for Rome. As the Roman army approached, they encountered Hanno's forces, which were deployed on the banks of the Calore River. The Carthaginians had chosen a strong defensive position, with the river protecting their flanks and a series of hills providing cover for their troops. Gracchus, however, was undaunted by the challenging terrain and launched a bold attack against the Carthaginian lines. The battle that ensued was fierce and intense, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. The Romans, however, had a significant advantage in terms of numbers, and they were able to slowly but surely push the Carthaginians back. Hanno's troops fought valiantly, but they were ultimately unable to withstand the Roman onslaught. As the Carthaginians began to retreat, Gracchus seized the opportunity to launch a decisive blow. He led a contingent of Roman cavalry in a daring charge against the Carthaginian rear guard, cutting off their escape route and forcing them to surrender. The Battle of Beneventum was a resounding Roman victory, with Hanno's army defeated and the city secured for Rome. This triumph marked a significant turning point in the Second Punic War, as it denied Hannibal the resources and manpower he needed to continue his campaign in Italy. The Romans, emboldened by their victory, began to push back against Carthaginian control in southern Italy, eventually forcing Hannibal to abandon his ambitions in the region. The Battle of Beneventum also showcased the tactical genius of Tiberius Sempronius Gracchus, who had outmaneuvered and outfought a formidable opponent. His victory was a testament to the bravery and discipline of the Roman legions, which had fought against overwhelming odds to emerge victorious. As we reflect on this pivotal moment in history, we're reminded of the words of the Roman historian Polybius, who wrote, "The Battle of Beneventum was a striking example of the Roman army's ability to adapt and overcome, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges." This quote captures the essence of the Roman spirit, which would ultimately propel them to victory in the Second Punic War. With the Battle of Beneventum secured, the Romans had taken a crucial step towards reclaiming Italy from Carthaginian control. However, the war was far from over, and Hannibal's forces still posed a significant threat to Roman dominance. The aftermath of the Battle of Beneventum marked a significant turning point in the Second Punic War. The Roman victory had thwarted Hannibal's plans to conquer southern Italy, and he was eventually forced to abandon his ambitions in the region. The Carthaginian general would go on to fight several more battles in Italy, but he never regained the momentum he had lost at Beneventum. As the Romans continued to push back against Carthaginian control in southern Italy, they began to rebuild and strengthen their alliances with the local cities and towns. The Roman general, Tiberius Sempronius Gracchus, played a key role in this effort, using his victory at Beneventum as a springboard to launch further campaigns against the Carthaginians. One of the most significant consequences of the Battle of Beneventum was the impact it had on Hannibal's supply lines. The loss of control over southern Italy meant that Hannibal could no longer rely on the region for food, troops, and other essential resources. This forced him to look elsewhere for support, ultimately leading to his famous crossing of the Alps into Gaul. The Battle of Beneventum also had a profound impact on the development of Roman military tactics. The victory had demonstrated the effectiveness of the Roman legionary system, which emphasized discipline, training, and adaptability. Roman generals like Gracchus had shown that they could outmaneuver and outfight their opponents even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. In the years following the Battle of Beneventum, Rome would go on to become the dominant power in the Mediterranean, with its military prowess and strategic genius playing a major role in shaping the course of Western history. The legacy of the battle can be seen in the many Roman victories that followed, from the conquest of Spain to the defeat of Carthage in the Third Punic War. As the Roman historian Livy wrote, "The Battle of Beneventum was a testament to the enduring strength and resilience of the Roman people, who had faced down one of the greatest generals of all time and emerged victorious." This assessment captures the essence of the Roman spirit, which would ultimately propel them to greatness in the centuries that followed. In conclusion, the Battle of Beneventum marked a pivotal moment in the Second Punic War, denying Hannibal the resources and manpower he needed to continue his campaign in Italy. The Roman victory had far-reaching consequences, shaping the course of Roman history and cementing their position as a dominant power in the Mediterranean. As we reflect on this epic conflict, we're reminded of the enduring legacy of the Battle of Beneventum, which continues to inspire and fascinate us to this day. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.